All right, guys, we are back. And of course, here in Voices of Vallarta, we have a great guest. It's Jesús de los Santos. He's a tourism deputy from the Bahía de Banderas. Is that correct? Did I say that right?
Correctly.
Fantastic. Now, tell us a little bit about you and about what you do in Bahía de Banderas.
Well, I am Deputy Director of Tourism, Jesse, and basically we make strategies, plans to promote the destination, events, try to make everything possible for the tourists to enjoy our destination, that it's beautiful.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
All right, and so I know there's a lot of events coming up, still this year in Bahía de Banderas. One of my favorite one is the Wind Festival. I was there last year and I loved it. So I am so happy to know that it's going to be here this year. There's also a cycling route. Is that right? Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Well, you have the Gran Fondo, the Wind Festival, there's some farmers markets and small events happening along the region. But basically those two are the biggest ones that are bringing people from all around the world, mostly from North America, as you said. So the Wind Festival is going to be 22, 23, and 24 of May, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And cycling, it's Gran Fondo Riviera Nayarit, and it's on the 18th of April on Saturday.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Right, and like Jesse mentioned, we went to the Wind Festival last year, the Festival del Viento. There we go.
Del Viento, very
did
good.
Did it, yeah. It's always an amazing event. I've only gone once, and it was absolutely just breathtaking. We had such a great time there. But how has that event specifically helped Bahía de Banderas internationally on the kite surfing scene?
Well, a lot of the people, I practice wind foil. So a lot of my friends have a lot of experience because I'm a surfer, but I've been practicing this sport in the last 2-3 years. But the experienced ones from different countries, even from Italy, from Spain, from Canada, United States, or even South America, have told me that this region has a really specific characteristics with the wind and the water and the sea that make it a great destination for the kite surfers to come and enjoy from the Wind Festival. So a lot of characteristics like the wind current, the bay. There's a lot of things that make this zone special, and my friends tell me it's like no other place where they've been before, and especially because we Mexicans are really friendly, so whenever they come here they feel this warm from the people of the region, you know.
Yeah, I love that. So you really articulated 3 key points. 1, the warmth of the Mexican people. 2, the conditions and the location where it's at. And 3, those things bring more of the professionals here, which also attracts more. I think you've got a perfect recipe for many years of future success.
I love it. And that's so cool that you actually, practice this activity. That's fantastic. Congratulations to you. I want to know, with events spread between April and July, how are you planning on maintaining, the steady flow of tourism?
Well, as you said, so we try to spread the event. Sometimes people who organize events come to us and tell us when to make their events, and we try to place them in different months to extend the high season.
The high season, yeah.
Exactly. And for example, these events are being planned by the state government, by the governor Miguel Ángel Navarro Quintero. And the way we support as a municipal government is by the direction of the municipal president Héctor Santana. So with the strategies that they place us in the table, we try to make the events extend between all the months, because we usually know February and March are the months where the most people from the north come over here, because it's really cold in the north, right?
Yeah.
So we try to extend, for example, April and May. They're not really like that high season, We usually know the high season is from November to April. So we try to extend that April and May with these events, and it helps. It helps a lot. Like the Wind Festival and the cycling event, the Gran Fondo, they have around 350 athletes participating in both of the events. So what does that tell you?
That's a lot of
It is a lot of
athletes.
people.
They
And they don't come by themselves. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Family,
Right.
friends.
Of course.
Now you bring up some key things here. So there has to be a lot of collaboration then between your area and Puerto Vallarta, because if you had too many events on top of each other or too many people here, that would probably be a problem. It would maybe draw people away. So is there a lot of collaboration between Bahia and Puerto Vallarta to make sure the events kind of work together and don't jump on top of each other?
I think it's a natural thing. the collaboration between both governments, because we share a same bay, right? So yeah, there's a collaboration. Like just to give you an example, right now with the Holy Week coming up, both governments, local governments, have been having discussions and organizing like the operative for a Holy Week. We have press conference. We gather to make their strategies as a matter of security and civil protection and other matters. So we have a relationship, a good relationship, thanks to the municipal president.
Fantastic. I'm glad to hear that word collaboration between Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas, because, you know, sometimes we think that it's not, they're not collaborating, you know, but they're, so it's good that you say that you guys collaborate together.
Well, sometimes at the end, it's Jalisco is a state and Nayarit is a state, and sometimes, you know, the leadership, it's made in the capital city sometimes. So in some things we collaborate, some things we have different strategies that are dictated sometimes in the state government. But I think we, as in not just from the local governments, but the people, you know, it's necessary, that collaboration, because people from Puerto Vallarta work in Bahia and vice versa.
Of course.
Okay. So here's a question, and it's based on something you just said. You mentioned security during one of the events and talking about that. Has security changed a lot since February 22nd, and what happened here? Or are things running as normal, or is that not an area that you cover?
I mean, we have to be informed by that. At least I can tell you on our local government, Hector Santana's president, I don't know if you saw it the same day he was working. He's really worried about the security, and we're working on that. State government, local government, and federal government. We have a lot of communications in different matters. In security, I'm well known about that, but in case of tourism, we have a good communication with the 3 levels of government. So I think it's something that you will see, like on that day, you'll see in this part of the bay, in Bahía de Banderas, was barely mentioned, because the way the authorities acted was quick and swift.
Right, and that's important because we want people to feel comfortable coming down here. So that's key. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, we can share you a video we made, and we interviewed people in Sayulita and that region, and they were like foreigners from Australia, from South America, from the United States, local national tourism, and from Canada too. They were like, there's no problem here. It was just a single event and for a couple of hours, but they will tell you from their own voice and their own narrative. They lived there, they lived that day here, and everything was fine.
Everything was fine.
Yeah.
I love that you brought up security. Thanks for doing that, Brent. And I want to bring up sustainable. I want to make sure that these events that you guys are planning are events that stay sustainable and respectful to the natural environment. So, especially with beach and the mountain settings, you know, we want to keep it beautiful. Do you guys make sure that it's a sustainable event?
Well, some of the strategies from the government, the state government, the local government, as you see it, so this is touristic, touristic promotion. And sports, athletes have certain mind settings, you know. Usually athletes are some people conscious about their environment. Let's take an example for the 2 events that are coming right now. It's windsurf with kitesurf, and the cycling event usually goes up for the mountains and the beach. Athletes tend to be people that are conscious with the environment, because it's not the same if you live in the city surrounded by concrete, right? Instead of an athlete that goes to the water, gets in the water, sees the whale, sees the wildlife, goes to the mountains, sees the deers, you know. When you are in contact with nature commonly, you tend to have this conscious and awareness of nature. So it's one of the strategies, you know, that you have these athletes coming, making more type of these events, brings a certain profile of tourist, you know, that behaves that way.
I love that, and hopefully it continues that way forever. I like that. So that's it. We're pretty much out of time. You gave us some amazing information. It's such an honor to have you on the show. Hopefully people will continue to support your events and follow you and follow everything that you and the tourism board are doing. So thank you so much for joining us today, Jesus.
Well, happy to be invited with you guys. Just if you want to know more about it, go to the webpage turismo.bahiebanderas.gov.mx. They might place it there in the video. I don't know. And yeah, thank you very much for the invitations. One last thing, can I say something? Sure. Go to the farmer markets. Right now we're promoting, making a marketing plan to promote them. I know the high season is coming to an end, but get ready because you need to consume local. As they were saying, sustainability, it's also goes hand in hand with how you consume. And if you go to the local markets, you support local entrepreneurs and the money stays in the region.
Well said. Yeah,
Thank
well
you.
said and very important. Thank you so much for that message and being with us.